Hey guys, we are back. It's been a little bit, and mainly because we just got a lot of things going on in the background, but we are here with something exciting, not too new, but I finally got my hands on it. Just got around to getting it, and it's going to be the Aeropress Go. As y'all may know, we are big fans of the Aeropress, so we use it a ton in our coffee shop and our physical location. I use it a ton here at home. This thing goes with me everywhere. So I've been thinking about buying some new ones, but I finally got my hands on the Aeropress Go, mainly because I have a big trip coming up that I'm not gonna have access to any coffee, and so I wanted to do a quick little review of the product and make some coffee with it. Yeah, show you how it is. Okay, so when you first unbox the Aeropress, it's going to come out of the box. Looks a lot shorter than the original one, and it's going to come in a package like this. So everything is neatly packed inside of here. The big difference is just how some of the other components are sized, and it comes with a cup for traveling as well. I hope the kettle got loud. We're making some coffee today too. Alright, so we find two things inside the package. The Aeropress, some filters. Of course, they want to give you some filters. You don't want to come empty-handed. And it comes in with a nice rubber cap on top of it, sealing in all the components. Take that off, set that aside. First thing you'll see is that there's going to be a little carrying case for the filters. Now, the original one, that was not quite easy to do. You essentially had to just throw everything kind of like in a bag. It was really hard to carry. It was pretty cumbersome. So the original one came with a container like this. It was not always fun to carry. Or you can just stick some filters in a pocket, or a metal filter, which I've been a big fan of. Anyways, when you take that off, you'll see that your Aeropress sits nicely inside of here. So you have a cup, so a nice travel cup for you to take with. One thing that was always kind of hard to take with me too was a cup, right? You'll see the Aeropress is a little bit shorter and I think wider than the original one. I don't have the original one on hand. It's actually at the office because, again, I take it with me everywhere. And then our other components sit neatly inside of here, which is something you would do with the original one, but they were just really big and were not easy to kind of take with you. So inside here, you have your scoop, your same 17-gram scoop, and your stirrer. So now this kind of folds, comes down like this. Pretty neat. I do like how the color has changed a little bit to orange. You do know how we love orange here. But yeah, so then this comes down, of course, plunges. This feels a lot more smooth than my original one because I've been using my other one a ton. But actually, one thing you'll notice is that compared to this one, it does hold a little bit less coffee and water. Again, it's smaller. This has 1, 2, 3 on here for the numbers, whereas the original one would go up to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, that's might not be an issue with some people and how much coffee they're making. I don't think it will be for the coffee I'm going to make today. But all right, now that we got everything here, let's go ahead and make some coffee. I'll go ahead and walk you up through that and the recipe I'm really enjoying right now. I don't have a scale on me, so I'm going to have to kind of eyeball a couple of things, but I think I've made it enough times to know what these ratios are looking like. So we're going to be using our coffee, actually. So our blend, which is called Starter Fluid, and it is dark chocolate, almond, strawberry, honey, and a little bit of lemon in there. It's a blend from Brazil and Guatemala, those two beans. But okay, you'll take this plunger cap off. You're going to pull this back all the way down here. And my recipe that I've been using, just not actually, I'm not the creator of it, I think it was actually the winning Aeropress recipe, calls for 32, 34 grams of coffee. So thankfully this is 17 grams, so you can choose 2 full scoops of this. Alright, so 1, 2. Usually my coffee is whole bean, but I pre-grounded this bag. I don't even remember why I did, but I did, I guess maybe for ease of use. I think I was taking it with me somewhere. It's my travel bag since it's not always convenient trying to grind. Okay, so now coffee's sitting at about 34 grams of coffee, and the rest is about to be filled up with water. I'm trying to get 100 grams of water in here. So I already have my water hot, so let's go get the water. Now coffee is in the Aeropress here. Time to pre-wet our filter. Easiest way to do that is put it inside of the cap here, and then fresh water. Rinse it a little bit. I have a napkin, kind of make my life a little bit easier. Okay, that's that. So next we're going to go ahead and add the water into the Aeropress here. Remember, we're going for about 100 grams of water, which I think is going to sit about right here, if I remember correctly. Again, I don't have a scale on hand, so I'm going to have to eyeball our things. Stir this 20 times. Set this down here. Okay, now you're going to put the plunger cap on, and you are going to press the air out of it. And you'll feel it stop. There you go. Now what you do, go ahead, add it inside of your cup here. You'll notice that it is going to fit real nicely on the cup. You're not going to have any issues there. Now press gently. Well, not gently, you're going to need to have some force on it. So you'll notice, if you've ever used an Aeropress before or seen other videos, reviews about it, you're not going to get that hissing sound at the end of it because you already pressed the excess air. And that's where that comes from. Usually that's where some of that acidity and stuff is getting in there as well, some of that bitterness at the very end. So it's, for the most part, recommended to not get to that hissing point. If you do, stop. So go ahead, take the Aeropress out, flip it over so you don't make a mess. So you'll notice that in this cup, it's sitting about right here, so it's a little bit of coffee. Okay, so next what we're going to do is then fill it up with about 120 grams of water. So it'll be about right there. Now you have yourself a nice, pretty much tiny Americano from an Aeropress. I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit because that is extremely hot. It's not necessarily the best drinking experience out of this because of kind of like that square shaped, but it's not terrible either. It's a lot better than trying to pack mugs and different things in there. And so now you have everything essentially all in one little package that packs up. Super easy to throw in your bag. It's something I'm going to take with me because I have a trip to Mexico. So just like every other Aeropress, the cleanup is super easy. So go ahead and take this off. Just kind of wipe this down. You can rinse off if you want. And then you're going to essentially just pop this out like so. There you go, and you get a nice satisfying coffee puck. You can see it here in the camera, and that's it. And then you'll just rinse this off. You are done and ready to make coffee later today if you want, or the next day. Okay, so hopefully you all enjoyed this really simple, fast overview of the Aeropress Go. So stay tuned, subscribe if you liked it. We're going to be releasing some more coffee stuff and other business stuff as well, about showing you how to start your small business ideas, ways for marketing, branding, all that stuff as well. If you want to share that information and help y'all get better as well. Also, the link to our coffee will be in the bio or description, not bio. So check that out. Give it a try. Let us know how you taste it. We'll come out with some more blends or flavors pretty soon. All right, guys. See you on the next one. Have a great holiday.